2nd. We got most of these. Oh, dude, I love this example. Representation of different puzzles coming at you. Just take a peek. Epic. Let's check that shit. Check that shit, boy. It's dope as fuck. Alright. Oh, shit. October 2nd. So, I tried this once already. I went and got the kids early today. Always a blast. That's my zone. Going in the mornings. It's amazing. There's something about me coming from the working class and continually driving to different job locations all around, working outside, building power lines, various different locations up and down the West Coast, pretty much top to bottom except for that Canada portion. Mornings are beautiful when you rise before the sun and then you watch that motherfucker catch up to you. There's something beautiful about it as far as like metaphorically. Suns in the morning is a real thing as well. Okay, what we got is this devotion. I kind of have a pet peeve against this one word for the title, true meekness. I have a really big bone to pick and a bugaboo against meekness. It is interpreted several different ways, and I do not appreciate a couple of the ways that certain groups of people like to interpret this. So let's give it a shot, see what's going on, because I believe that there is a true aligned way to operate in a fashion that emulates a sense of direct alpha energy, heavy masculine push forward, je ne sais quoi in meekness. All this piled up, courageous, brave, bold, fierce, beast-like destroyer, dangerous, disciplined, meekness. That's what I like to move in. So today's September 2nd, energetic breakdown. 19/1, this is like yesterday's numbers. Relatively the same. Well, we had what? Yesterday's was a 9. And today's we got 1 plus 9 is 10 equals 10. We got 1 plus 0 equals 1. So we don't dabble into zeros. 1 is associated with new beginnings, leadership, and individuality. It signifies a day when you should focus on taking intentive, hyper-focused new goals, setting them, asserting your independence upon such ventures. And this day for self-confidence and ambition, embracing opportunities for personal growth. Let's dive into the devotion. True meekness. How easy is it to lead and guide when you are responsive to the truest of wishes? The hurts of life and hurdles only come to to you when those who are on their way resist the pressure of the divine hand. I'm going to say the currents are banging up against banks. These banks are each one's supposed to, we could say, stay in our lane as we're flowing through, like tangled up tree limbs or vines in the flood, all mangled together. But we all have our main vein, our lane to flow in. And when we bash up against those banks, these vessels of ours, we find hurts, pains, a little extra added friction. But in the willingness to abide in the source's will, there will be gladness. And if you do so choosingly and willingly to put this time we have here, put it in quotations, this time we have here, existence on this plane, to its highest purpose and benefit, and not leaving any potential on the table, it's a relinquishing of your ego, of yourself, of this alpha line movement I like to orchestrate myself under. And you learn to let go, knowing that you can plan as mere man, and that we need to flow with their higher order. Most of this time, the higher order or our next step might be elusive to logic or completely cloaked from analytical thinking to get to where the main one for yourself, this highest calling, the one that you want to be aligned with in all your moves, you tend to find, like most people speak to, giving up what you have in your hand because you need an empty hand in order to receive something. You can't, hey, come grab this. I have this for you, my son, my child. There's something in our hand. We literally have to put that thing down and grasp out of what that next piece is. Just giving up your current blessing for this new greater transformation, this new gift, this new platform, this new community opportunity. I say moving in meekness in this order, understanding how it's layered and how you must enter into and pluck these things. But not only pluck, you have to wait for them to be pointed out to pluck. A very fun analogy to look at it, as far as this adamant search and continual combing over the field, if you want to say, of apple orchard, looking for those golden apples to be just right in a sea of sun-hazed, crisp red, whatever you want to call apples. And not letting unguided grabbing of what is not yet yours. Let's just say it's yours. Most of these are yours, but not yet. There is a divine time that supersedes and transcends our understanding of time, because it continually shifts, just as like a Doctor Strange would be able to rearrange reality. This is alongside of your linear time of reality. Great. The meek shall inherit the earth. That is, control others and material forces of the earth. We see God as the collective of a benevolent consciousness that spans the cosmos. It's tied to the grand architect, designer, who pushed play, moved his fingers around. Actually, I love this epic move. None of that happened. It's the sound. We're all sound waves. It was the speaking of the word of the creation that brought into this existence. The meek shall inherit the earth. Don't let the dogma of today delude in the definition of a mighty meekness. There's mightiness, there's righteousness in this meekness that I'm talking about. Meekness is not necessarily a humbleness. Meekness is knowing your might and when to use it. Meekness is entering into realms or situations, allowing others to flex their knowledge. Meekness is knowing the timing. Meekness is knowing you're in control and not having to show it. Meekness abides in those who work behind the curtains and create the banks for these vessels and the currents. Behind the currents or behind the curtains. There's power in omnipresence. There's power in omniscience. There's a meekness in it. Not to be abused. Tied to a whole lot of restraint, self-discipline. Building this fortified weapon, this arsenal that we have here that we can tap into. What I'm talking about and being able to tap into is this exalted state of possession, is the result of yielding your will. No longer is it yours, it is the will. It is written. You are writing it. When you relinquish your Armstronging the pen, not only does the writing of your future get more legible, but also you tap into a higher vocabulary, a higher thinking. It's an exalted state. It's beyond this duality thinking, and it's not all inclusive, and it's not all accepting, because acceptance of all is tolerance of everything, and I have fucking a whole bunch of zero tolerance on things, as ought to be able to relinquish this and yield your will unto the higher glyphic realms of knowledge, bleeding into your reality, because you are tied into the expedited.
Daddy, you didn't give me the puppy yet.
I have not found the puppy. You might have to look in one of the toy boxes.
Maybe it was on the thing.
Maybe.
Come on.
Well, I'm going to finish my video and I'll go check it in with you. Alright? Let me finish my video. I'm talking. Thank you. I love you. My love. Thank you. Expedited path. It's like Mario taking a fucking tunnel. Boop, boop, boop. He's there. It's sucking. It's a vortex. Funnel focus. It's a folding of reality. It's a quantum jump, a leap. Being able to not co-author or co-write, but to coerce or chart the quickest and most abundant, impactful way upon your mission sent out. That was the meaning of the word meekness. The exalted state of possession is the result of a yielded will. Yield not your spirit, nor your drive, nor your ambition, nor your adversity, your resilience, your tenacity, your fucking that utter drive, that fucking primal forward that we're all born with, this conquerors, this creators, to thrive. That's fucking meekness, baby, in motion. It's beautiful, it's poetic, it's fucking lost art of meekness in motion. Meekness is a fucking, not a person, not a place, nor a thing. We be acting upon it. Numbers for today breakdown. Let's do numerology, energetic blueprints. So I already said 1, alpha line. Super leadership, new beginnings, high on significance as far as focusing on your individual independence. We're talking freedoms of opportunity, enhancing personal growth. Centers around taking the lead, setting new intentions, and making gnarly strides towards those goals. So that's what we can assert ourselves as far as individual leaders for fresh starts and opportunities with full focus. One's your masculine, it's predatory emotions, baby. We are fucking predators. I love associating myself with a fucking predator. And no animal special traits among that other than my fucking God-given higher faculties perceived as a predator, taking my higher faculties and setting it in motion to slay what's upon my checkerboard, my stage at hand to be played full out. So new beginnings, leadership, individuality. Tap into your ambition and drive and focus on your long-term aspirations. Take action towards achieving them. What is wisdom? Wisdom is action in motion. Wisdom is knowledge in motion. Wisdom is action applied to knowledge already had or given, and you do. Not being told, but know. Self-confidence is everything. Know that when you get knocked down or maybe torn apart, that it is only an opportunity to harden back stronger what was once there. So, independence. Assert your independence. Make the choices that align with your personal vision. Trust your instincts. Instincts are a higher faculty. Intuition's a higher faculty. Decision, higher faculty. One statement: trust your instinct and have confidence in your abilities to make the right decisions. So, don't procrastinate. Procrastination is just an awesome excuse to burn the midnight oil while you should be burning holes in your shoes, hitting the street. Arise and make today happen. It's your choices that ultimately shape your success. Utilizing certain energetic blueprints of the day will help you achieve them. Meekness. There is might in meekness. It is not to be taken lightly that they are the ones who will inherit the earth, and so abundantly will. Out of time. If you got different puzzles at hand, we all look similar, but there are all unique unlockings to each one of these. So, play your game, tap into source, know that we all have our own unyielded, unstoppable, unquenchable thirst to conquer what is divinely given in ours to do so. So fucking rip today apart with the numbers. Be that leader. We're all leaders in our own aspect, in our own place, in our own position. And we all have potential to increase that reach and influence and make it generationally impactful. To create wins that we no longer care to see, because it's going to be such a fucking great move for the betterment of the world.